Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to another stream where we actually talk about Arsenal, Liverpool, title race, Champions League. Since this is a Champions League night, we'll talk about Man City, of course, and their chances of winning the Champions League or going through the Champions League. Also, there are talk just in the last 10 minutes. We were just talking about that on the Football Terrace that Ollie Watkins is linked to Arsenal. Everyone is linked to Arsenal now at the current moment. Everyone. It's Duran. It's Watkins, it's Cisco, it is everyone, right? It is everyone that is linked to Arsenal at the current moment. Sam is saying pot shot for some whatever reason. I know we got G here. I know why pot shot here. We got Martin, who looks annoyed for some whatever reason. I don't know why you look annoyed. Why are you annoyed? Are you muted? You're muted, you know that.
Yeah,
Martin,
I was annoyed,
muted.
but I was just kidding, bro. It's fine. Go on the show.
What were you saying?
I don't know. I'm annoyed we don't have a striker. I'm just waiting for that signing to roll in.
Yeah. Anyway, there's Ollie Watkins news. Let's start there, actually. Actually, I'm going to ask someone. I'm going to start with G, since normally I don't have a lot of, like, G doesn't come into the channel a lot. Do you think, Diallo, I just edited the title. Appreciate you so much, my friend. Appreciate you so much. Do you believe that Arsenal can win the Champions League?
Yeah.
Anyone. Can I understand why you're laughing? Why are you laughing?
I saw something. I was
why are you laughing? You hold on. Why are you laughing?
Me?
Yes. Why are you laughing?
Because asking a Liverpool fan if Arsenal's going to win the Champions League is like.
He's the most objective Liverpool fan out there. He's the most objective Liverpool. The reason I wouldn't ask. You know what? I wouldn't ask other Liverpool fans. G, you've done work with G. People in the chat. Yes or no? Isn't G the most objective Liverpool fan out there on the whole YouTube?
Yeah,
yes
but
or
if
no?
he says Arsenal can win the Champions League, he'll have his own fan base on his ass because to them we're a joke.
Nah, but I don't care about those guys. I'm never fussed. But I think they can win it. They can definitely win it. It's a luck of the draw, innit? It's the luck of the draw. You get a good draw next round, then you just kind of take it from there. I don't want to say no to that because it's not like I'm talking about a poor team. Like Arsenal, a good team. So I do think that they've got a chance. Obviously, I don't think it's a high chance, but they've got a chance, at this current moment in time. But, Martin's talking there about striker and stuff like that. So, yeah, that might be something that they'd want to look at. But, yeah, no, they've got a chance. They've got a chance. I don't want to. I can't rule them out.
What do you think, Martin? Go ahead. You got your
I
chance to
think
talk now.
we've got a better chance than we ever had in the last 20 years. So that's something. But without any kind of like moments player, like someone who's going to bag goals for us when we need it, it's hard to believe. But hey, we're pretty much in the round of 16. If we, I think there's almost no chance of us being out of the top 8. But if we finish third, like get a win, finish above Inter, that's like a big boost for our fan base and our team and our future in the Champions League. Because Inter is like the benchmark team that everyone compares
Are
themselves
you taking the piss? Are you taking the piss?
Of course. But like,
You're taking. Why are you taking the piss? Well, I'm asking an objective question. I had a conversation with Rory, and I know you knew. I had a conversation with Rory about the. He's frozen. He's frozen.
just wanted to get you.
He's frozen. You are frozen. Is it only me or for you, GS?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
it's
internet
frozen, it's
decided I was talking bullshit.
Why are you taking the piss? By the way, guys, before you talk, it's breaking news. There's an official bid from Arsenal to Ollie Watkins, £60 million, that was rejected. The Villa were not happy with the timing of the bid ahead of a crucial Champions League game for the club. Villa are talking to Al Nassr about John Duran.
Why wouldn't they be happy with the timing of the bid? I mean,
Because they have a crucial Champions League game tonight.
They're trying to sell one of their strikers already. Like, it's not that big a deal.
Why would Arsenal place the bid today? But anyway, to be honest with you, if you're an Arsenal fan, it's happy, right? At least your club is showing ambitious. Or do you think that just smoke? That they knew that the bid would get rejected?
I think we've got to try pretty much everything between now and what is it, 3rd of February. So Ollie Watkins is a bit left field. It's almost like we're like trying to do a rope-a-dope where we're like, yeah, we'll pretend we really want Watkins, but we want Duran or something. I don't know, but I know that Watkins is an Arsenal fan and probably has asked Villa to like listen to offers from Arsenal, which would be great.
Would you not like that signing? You wouldn't like Ollie Watkins as a signing?
I actually I think he's a pretty good striker as like Premier League level, but he's not what everyone's looking for. You know, we've been waiting so long to spend some money on a striker to end up with Watkins would be, you know, like in the Mateta level of excitement in our fan base. I think also because like I don't think he's endeared himself to us that much because he keeps scoring against us. But hey, if we can stop that from happening, that's one bonus. You know, we'll assign all the players that score against us.
But don't you think, like, sorry, Mo, I didn't want to.
You're having to go ahead. Yeah, I've been talking for an hour and a half or an hour, 40 minutes on the football turn. So go ahead.
No. It's just like I'm thinking about it now, and I'm thinking about all the strikers who, let's say, all the realistic strikers, Martin, yeah, that you think your club could sign, right, out there in world football. Why not Watkins though? Like, isn't like to me, Watkins is a good striker. Like, I would sign Watkins like that in a heartbeat. But and I know with his age and stuff, but I mean, that's
they're waiting for Cisco. They're waiting for Cisco. You know, like Cisco.
Yeah, but like
they're waiting for
someone
Cisco,
quite young.
you know, like
and I heard
Cisco is the guy that will take them to win the Champions League and the Premier League next season.
He's taking
Watkins doesn't like. Hunter, you started this. You started this on the show. It's not me. You started this on the show.
I heard Mo talking. Like I heard you talking obviously on the terrace here, and you said about like like fans becoming like accountants and stuff, which is true. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, yeah, but like you're talking about a guy who is guaranteed goals regardless, like whether it's Premier League level, whatever. This guy's guaranteed goals, and you never know with a signing like a Sesko who looks good. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad, but he's still quite young. You're probably going to need about 2 years before this guy's really developed, and you guys want to win today. I feel like Watkins is a win now striker. You can worry about the other stuff kind of later. I don't know. I mean, listen, it's your money, so I'm not really too fussed.
It's not my money, but he has been disrespected as a striker for a while now. But he does have that kind of thing where you pass on the ball and he might score from a ridiculous angle, which is kind of what we need. But I think that the fact that Villa wants to keep Watkins and rather sell Duran probably tells you a little bit more about like behind the scenes.
It's more money. Okay, so logically speaking, and everyone in the chat knows this, and you know this, Villa would want to keep Duran because he has a way bigger resale value later.
He's 21, right?
They know that if they don't sell Watkins today, Watkins might not have any suitors in a year, and he might run down. He's 29, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he? 28? How old is he?
29.
So
They're
that's
trying to
it
sell
for him.
Duran.
They get more money now for him. They get more money for him from other clubs.
But if I was Villa, I'd be thinking about just what striker do I want to have as part of my lineup for the next few
Didn't
years.
they brief the media that they have to sell one of them, regardless?
I think they have to sell some.
No, they are
players
all
that they're
right. I think they
waiting for,
sorry to interject. Just to put the context out for the people that are watching, they already briefed the media to David Ornstein saying that he didn't say we want to sell Duran. He said we want to sell one of them. So they are okay. So if Arsenal, by the way, if Villa win today and that bid is tomorrow, they might have accepted. Because in Fabrizio's tweet, it's about the timing. It is not about the value. It is not about if they want him. It's about the timing. And
To me, that
I have
sounds
to say that
bullshit.
Arsenal are stupid, to be honest.
That
To
doesn't
place a
sound
bit-
like a realistic thing. They're trying to sell one of their strikers right now to Saudi Arabia. Obviously, they're preparing for the departure of one of their strikers. So timing is not really an issue. I think it's just Arsenal going around trying to get a deal in the last few days. We've got 60 million. You know, what can we scrape together for that?
It's not a scrape. Ollie Watkins would be great.
Yeah, that's not, I feel like you're.
Ollie Watkins would be
he's a good
fantastic, Martin.
I don't think it's
I
really
know
the
that,
level
Martin.
raising.
Forget the future, Martin. For once, forget the future. Talk about the next 2-3 years. That's some clubs just do that. Some clubs, when they sign a player, they're looking at the next 2-3 years. They aren't looking about resale value. 26 years old Marmoush isn't for the future. It's for him to come in for Man City and perform today for the next 3-4 years. They aren't looking to sell Marmoush when he's 30 years old. You get my point? Like they are looking, and sometimes Arsenal have a lot of project players, with all due respect. There's a lot of project players at Arsenal. There's a lot of potential at Arsenal. Lewis Kelly's potential. Calafiore is young. Saliba's young. Ben White is not old. Maybe that is the time when Arsenal need to go and say, fuck it, 29 years old, come in, bro. We need you tonight. We don't need you tomorrow. That is what I would think.
I just think that, okay, imagine that you've been like waiting to buy an amazing sports car and then you buy like a secondhand kind of Porsche that's been around the block a little bit and you're like, yeah, this will just have to do when you really wanted a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I don't really think people are going to get excited about signing Watkins. And I don't blame them because it's not ambitious enough for the club in the situation we're in to really be like pushing the boat out. And I think that's what people want, is to make it look like we're actually really trying to win some stuff. And I don't think Watkins is a great signing, potentially. And I know it's going to grind your gears when, you know, how you look a gift horse in the mouth and all that kind of stuff. But like, it's hard to get people excited about that one.
I don't understand. I would be very excited. I think Liverpool fans would be very excited about Watkins.
Yeah, I would.
Chelsea fans. If you're a Chelsea fan in the chat, would you be excited if your club is going for Watkins today? Why am I the only one here who think that if you're not excited for Watkins, are you really wanting only the? And by the way, Cisco is not even better than Watkins. I'm sorry, with all due respect, is he?
No,
I wouldn't say now, currently, but maybe he has the potential to be better.
But that's the problem, is you're waiting 2-3 years for him to even just get to that level.
Yeah,
And
because they're used to waiting.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Sorry,
true.
But all jokes aside.
But it's I don't know. Like, listen, look, I feel like Arsenal are not in a position to be that picky with the type of striker that you're trying to look for in a market that doesn't really have that many good strikers anyway. I feel like Watkins is a good value for money. He's 29. As Mo said, you're getting him to come and score goals for the next 2-3 years. And even next season or even the season after, you can start looking at like your project striker or your guy you think, okay, you know what, this is the next one up. But at least for the next 2 years, wouldn't you want to have someone who you can at least say, we can guarantee that this guy's going to at least put the ball in the back of the net for us more consistently than what we
Can I answer something before you go on? Mo, Habibi, Mo, they didn't reject the 60 million bid. It's literally briefed by Fabrizio Romano, word for word, verbatim. Villa are not happy with the timing of the bid. He never said anything about the money, the value, the contract, or anything. It's all about the timing. If they want more money, he would have briefed. Okay, so just move on from the money.
I just don't think it's that. I don't get excited about signing any Villa or Newcastle players because they don't want to give us.
But RB Leipzig is better. Do you believe RB Leipzig, who hasn't won a game?
I just don't think that it's realistic. No, it's not that I have a problem with getting their players. It's just that I don't think they're going to sell them to us because they want to be where we are. They don't want to strengthen Arsenal, make it harder for them to catch up. And I think that that's very hard to like pry a Bruno Guimaraes away from or an Isak away from Newcastle. And Villa's the same thing. I don't think they want to strengthen us. They'd rather sell Duran for 80 million euros to Al Hilal or something than give Arsenal Ollie Watkins.
I don't think they are in the same planet. Is anybody? I'm gonna go to the Mancunian way. Arsenal and what's their name? They aren't on the same planet. Aston Villa, they aren't. They are only competing in the Champions League, but one is targeting the league title. One is targeting the Champions League.
A Villa fan will believe like they're one step away from being where we are, and that we're not that different to them.
No, but today they aren't in the same planet. Like, we believe that, right? Like, am I wrong here? Yeah.
Don't get me down on the historic of English football.
No, not the history. I'm talking about today. Now,
Aston Villa have won a European Cup.
Yeah, Martin. But today, Aston Villa's targets are not the same targets as Arsenal. Arsenal are looking to win the Champions League. Arsenal are looking to win the league.
No.
So that is my point. Like, that is the whole point.
Listen, I understand that. Totally get that. I'm just saying that it's very hard. You know, why should Newcastle or Villa sell their best players out?
They already want to sell their best players out.
No, who said
they already said that. They already briefed the media. They can't keep the two strikers happy.
No, stop the brief the media and brief Twitter. There's two separate issues there. Briefing Twitter and briefing the
No, they didn't brief Twitter. David Ornstein.
Tell me when Villa said they would sell.
David Ornstein already said that Aston Villa briefed. That David Ornstein is not Twitter. He's a media. He's a journalist. He said that they briefed the media that they are looking to sell one of the that they have two strikers and they're looking to sell one of them. And now
look at the comment from an irrelevant Brett Yates. Villa in the last day of the Champions League if we win tonight. Their aspirations are not to like strengthen Arsenal. They don't want to sell to anyone. They don't want to sell to Man City. They want to be there or thereabouts.
What I'm saying. Listen, I'm not going to do this cartel thing and then try and act like the cartel. I'm one of them. I want football to be competitive. I want football to be, you know, I'm loving the fact Bournemouth and Forest are competing this year. I love it. Isn't that what we all wanted? That's what I got told for 3 years, Mo, is that City were making it a Farmers League and let's get it more competitive. You've got it more competitive, but the trouble is because your club or Billy down the road club is losing out this year because of the competitiveness, it's now not fair again. And this is my thing. When we have all these debates, the debates become subjective when it affects your club. When it's your club missing out, it affects you. When your club aren't missing out, you want it all fairies and la la land.
I don't know if we're copping heat for this. Like I was saying that we shouldn't really realistic. I don't treat them as realistic targets. I feel like it's a desperate move by Arsenal to just go, oh, maybe we can get Watkins.
Ollie Watkins, Martin, is a top striker. Top striker.
Yeah.
You're talking about Ollie Watkins like he's garbage.
I'm not. I'm just saying that we're not realistically signing players from these clubs because they'll ask for 80 million, 90 million, 100 million.
Do you want him? Would you want him? If you could get the deal done, would you want him?
I would make him part of my striking lineup for sure. I don't really have. I think he seems like a good egg. Like
striker. What do you mean striking lineup?
We need a striker that's real, but I don't think it's not like exciting for any Arsenal fan to hear Ollie Watkins.
Why? Because he's not got a foreign name that ends in Vivino.
Sure, whatever it is, but we've been waiting so long to spend money on the striker. We don't want to end up with
what you just said. What you just said is football arrogance at its highest order.
I'm just being honest about what.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm calling it out of this BS now. That it's arrogance that walks out that because he's got an English name. And I'm not saying it's because he's English. I'm saying we've done this in football because he's not got a fancy foreign name. We're not interested. I don't get it anymore. This guy has got nearly 30 G&A last season. He's got 15 G&A this season. What are we doing here? He's an Arsenal fan, for Christ's sake. He'd walk over at Coles to play for you lot.
He's got 15 G&A in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Or just overall?
He's got 18 overall, I think. Because he hasn't scored in the Champions League. He's scored in the Premier League. think it's 10 goals and 5 assists. Or 8, something like that anyway.
Right. I don't know. People want to get angry.
It's better than anything you've got right now.
You
I
want
just
to
think
put
he's
Martin?
level raiser.
Go ahead, G. Go ahead, G. I am. It's not about getting angry. It's about objectively. I want Arsenal to sign someone that will make them push Liverpool to the title. I don't want, you know me, right? I'm all about the content and the entertainment and having a good title race. That's why I didn't want City to win the league again. I believe that even signing Watkins now will give Arsenal a much bigger chance. And I'm just going to say this, and people disagree or agree with me. If there is £60 million today, I believe that this season, Martin, this season and next season, Ollie Watkins gives Arsenal a bigger chance of winning the title than signing Sisco. If it was Eucharist, put my hand down and say fine. If it was Osimhen, I would say fine. Sisco is a young and upcoming striker. He might come to Arsenal and needing time. Why are you laughing, Ty?
You're still pinning on this with this Sesco thing. It's fine. I think
not you. No, well, not you. By the way, I'm talking about the majority. By the way, when I talk, I don't listen. You and me are friends, and I appreciate the friendship, even outside of YouTube. We talk. My point about this is that lately there is some Arsenal fans that have the same view as you. Ollie Watkins is 29. He's from Aston Villa. He isn't the guy to take us to the next level. But the same people would say, let's go and fork the money today for Sisco. What is your target? Is your target to try to win this season if Liverpool slip? And next, let's say, forget Arteta out thing. We're not talking about Arteta, the pressure. But if Arteta's next season, who gives him the bigger chance of winning the league? If 30 years old Ollie Watkins is a starting striker that has much more experience than Sisco, or a young upcoming striker like Sisco at the ranks of Arsenal? You guys tell me. Which one do we think will give a... Forget even this season. Next season. Who's better for Arsenal? Next season. Forget 2-3 years down the road, Martin. Because if Arsenal continues this 2-3 years down the road not winning, we're going to have different conversation about the striker. You know that.
You can also flip it around with Watkins and say that he's not guaranteeing us to win the league, right? If you add him to Arsenal, it's like, are we going to win the league because we signed Watkins? People would probably say no. And does Watkins have experience with the biggest moments in world football in the Champions League when you need to score against Bayern Munich and stuff? Is he going to be the guy? I don't know. I mean, he's got as much experience as Sesco in that regards because Sesco's scored against Bayern and those guys, right? But I think that it's just, I don't have a problem with it. I'm just trying to say that the fan base will not be that excited. We want a world-class talent. And Watkins, for all of his greatness...
And you think Sisco's a world-class talent?
I think he's got the potential to be close to it. We want someone to compete with Haaland. We have to win the league against these cyborgs, right? I don't think Watkins is the guy to do it. He's just
who is? Right.
Boy next door to honesty.
Sorry, Stumming, you said you need world class. This is where this world class thing winds me right up.
Okay.
World class again is subjective to a different person, right? Who do you mean by world class? You mean by your personal world class player? Who is it? The guy you want? You're in charge, Martin. You've got 100 mil. Go with it.
The closest players, I think Mo is fairly right. The closest players to exhibiting world class is like Gyökeres or Osimhen. I think for their like physical capabilities and their goal scoring consistency.
One leagues before, yes.
I think Watkins has a problem in that we've seen everything from Watkins at the age of 29. We know that he's going to be good, but he's not going to be a Zlatan Ibrahimovic or something. I think people want that open-endedness of a potential where there's a hope that they could become the best striker in the world. We just know that Watkins is not going to be that. I don't have a problem with him. I just think that I mean, Osimhen is a physical specimen. I don't think you can really deny that. Like he's in the same level of Haaland as like
gets out of town. Gets out of town. Do not even do that.
No. Osimhen is phenomenal. The problem is he wasn't coached under Pep Guardiola, by the way.
He's nowhere near Haaland's what we're doing.
He's very good. Martin, he's very good. I'm not saying he's Haaland level, but he's very, very good. He's very good. I'm not saying, but he's,
so do you buy Watkins now? Or wait,
Isak, Eucharist, Osimhen, and then who else?
Do you buy Watkins now, or do you wait and get Isak or Gyökeres, Osimhen?
You're not getting Isak.
You aren't getting Isak.
I
would raise my hand and say I am wrong. If Arsenal go and get Isak in the summer, I would say I'm wrong. I would definitely say I'm wrong. If Arsenal go and get Isak in the summer, we're all wrong.
No, they could get him, Mo. They won't pay the money. It's 150 mil to get him out the door.
But it's the fact that, Mo, you just you just listed like 3 strike. Like the striking options are not even crazy. Like where we're looking at it, Haaland is Haaland, right? Haaland and Kane, they're like 2 just aliens in themselves in terms of strikers, right? So you leave those 2 out of it. You just named Isak, Gyökeres, Osimhen, right? And 2 of those people in the Premier League obviously haven't really watched, but they are 2 really, really good players. So we've only got Isak to probably the Premier League fans would actually go off. So I'm like, let's just say you go off those 3. We're not talking about like Arsenal are not in a position where like you had back in the day, as Martin would know, as everyone on this panel actually would know, where you've got like 50 strikers in world football that you can just pluck and choose from, and it probably wouldn't even matter because they're all good. We've got about 3. So when we're saying Ollie Watkins, I'm like, no, but he's all right. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, his age and stuff, and yes, I agree with Martin. He might not be this overly world-class talent and whatever, but to someone to bridge the gap until you get that player, he has to be the perfect choice. Like, he has to be a player that you can at least say, even if you get him now, you said you would add him to your striking options. You can still get Sesko in a year or 2's time when Watkins is 30, 31, pushing 32. Now you can say, all right, you know what, we do, but you've had that striker. And I just think you've been in this position for like 3-4 years where we're talking about Arsenal need a striker. They need a striker. They need a striker. There's a striker. 60 mil, grab him. Or I don't know how much it costs, but whatever it is.
Well, that's the issue, right? 60 mil got rejected. So I don't know.
True.
No. It got rejected because they felt it was disrespectful for the timing.
I don't know.
Guys, they have a Champions League game in some hours. No. It is not about that, guys. It is about Aston Villa now have a Champions League game, crucial one to them making the playoffs, so the round of 16 directly in 4 hours. And Arsenal submitted the bid now. I think that's
it's not just that, Mo. The window closes on the 3rd. If Villa allow if Watkins goes out now, it's World War III over at Villa Park.
No. They will be happy.
Yes, it is, Mo. Stop this thing about this money stuff. You can't go in and take one of their best players 3 days before the window closes.
They aren't going to get someone instead. They said they have to let one go. Both are not. They can't keep both. That's what Villa said. That's not Mo. Martin, that's not me.
Send me that quote.
Okay.
I need to see this quote. And it was Ornstein. I don't believe what he said after Fabrizio slapped him down the other day.
You don't believe what he said, Ornstein. So who do we believe then? We believe ourselves?
I don't believe a lot of reporters. I think reporters talk a lot of waffle. I mean, to be honest with you.
Villa want Joao Felix. Chelsea want to get rid of Joao Felix. Villa has
to get rid of Villa in trouble with PSR then.
They aren't. They want Joao Felix. They can't keep the 2 strikers happy, Martin.
Will Duran be happy if Watkins goes? Is that, or if they like?
Yeah, because it's going to be the.
Why would Joao Felix be happy then to go and be the backup?
Joao Felix is not even playing at Chelsea.
Yeah.
He's not even playing.
He's going to hang on. What you just said makes no sense to me now, Mo. You just said they've got to get rid of one because the other one's not happy. So they're going to sell him and replace him with Joao Felix, who's going to want to play football.
They are in talks with other people as well, with Marlon. I'm just checking. Many clubs want an elite. Okay, here we go. Here's David Ornstein 2 days ago, January 28th. Yesterday. Many clubs want one elite number 9. Aston Villa have 2, but both Watkins and Duran expect to start, and Emery favorites lone striker. Growing sense something has to give. That's Stephen Ornstein's word. That's not Mo's words.
Yeah, I'd say Ornstein went down when he got the Naipan stuff wrong. You know, when he told everyone
we're gonna slag, I don't know. We're gonna slag David Ornstein now because he did something to City that you didn't like. You're gonna slag off David Ornstein now.
There you go.
It's exactly what's going on here. I feel it. You don't want to. You don't want anything from
take
him.
on Ornstein. If you want to do that, that's fine.
Let me do this. Let me do this super chat before guys.
Oh, what you telling me is an Arsenal shell?
What?
No. We're gonna talk about
Arsenal shell. Is that what you're telling me?
I have no. I'm just saying that he's normally very right about the stuff he says. So I don't.
Can I right the other day, Martin?
Can you let me?
I think he said that City weren't interested in Naipan. I don't know if you're like taking this personally or something, but no one signed this guy yet, right?
No. He said he'd come out. Fabrizio said Naipan was going to City for the Chelsea game. Ornstein comes out and goes, total garbage. City have no interest. It's all for Arsenal.
No, you're talking about two different things.
Where was
he went to watch a game, but he hasn't signed for any club, right? I think
I'm
Ornstein
not
was saying he's
saying
not going to sign for City.
That wasn't the point, Martin. The point was he said City have no interest.
Oh, okay.
And
So he got things wrong and he got other things right as well.
I don't know.
Anyway, guys,
I'm afraid.
Can you let me?
Oh,
can you give me 2 minutes, Martin? You only have like a half an hour or 45 minutes. Can you give me 2 minutes, please? Guys, there's over 800 people here. People that asked about Martin's channel, it's called The Mancunian Way. It is actually in the description. So go and support Martin. G's channel is in the description as well. These two channels are in the description. Jamie Phillips couldn't join us. Also, we cannot have close to 900 people here, and we're not even on 200 likes. So can we get the likes to 300? And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We're on the way to 30K. So subscribe to the channel if you're new here, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of news that people want us to talk about. There's a lot of you guys posting news. Why would Villa chasing top 4 or 5 in Champions League progress to sell to a direct rival? Because Arsenal are not direct rival to City, to Aston Villa. They aren't to Villa.
Yeah.
They aren't. Unless people really think.
I wouldn't. No, I think what Mo meant before as well. Their goals and ambitions are too different. Villa are not trying to win the league. Arsenal are trying to win the league, so they're not rivals in that.
If Villa sell to Arsenal, they aren't going to take their place in the top 4 because Arsenal are second. Does that make sense? They aren't.
Have you guys not heard Villa fans talk to Arsenal fans for the last 3 or 4 years, where they say you guys you're falling off? We're going to overtake you. We've got more ambition.
But they haven't done it
you.
Okay, I don't think the board. Let me finish. It makes no sense. Can sell players in the summer if need to. Ronald, the problem is, as I said, they have to sell one striker for whatever reason they have inside the football club. That's not me. That's not me, Ronald. But I appreciate super chat. Emmanuel is saying Martin he's better than all our attackers combined.
Facts.
That's an Arsenal fan, Martin.
I don't know. Our fit attackers, perhaps. Yeah.
He's better than Havertz. You agree, right?
Yeah, but he's not better than Saka or.
He's not better than Saka. That's a fact. But he's better than Havertz. Is he better than Havertz and Jesus?
As a striker, he's better than Havertz. Yeah.
And we go through down this road. Is he better than Cisco now? In your opinion? Yes or no? By the way, if you say no, it's all. Nobody's gonna hold you to anything. It's okay. It's a different
I've been
opinion.
following Ollie Watkins for a long time and trying to evaluate whether he's worthy of being an Arsenal striker. He had a very good season. I think it was last season, but it's a big outlier from the rest of his seasons as far as his output is concerned. Now, it's not me saying that he's a crap player or that I don't want him. I just don't know where he sits in the rung of, like, he's never been tested in the big games and the big moments. He scores for Villa when there's no pressure, and I can understand that. I can't see him coming to Arsenal and taking the weight of that badge and carrying it.
Who was that guy who scored in the Euros in the last seconds to put England?
It was Ollie Watkins. Okay,
he just doesn't do it in the big moments.
Look, if that's enough for you, maybe you should sign Watkins. I don't know, but like I
don't need. Martin, I'm all right, mate. I've got the world's best striker.
You seem offended that I would not want to dive on a Watkins
by your
like
arrogance. I'm offended by your arrogance.
I'm not being arrogant. I'm being honest about what Arsenal need as a striker.
You're being slightly arrogant.
I have to do this show live at some point in the UK. Like, this has to happen.
You are being slightly arrogant with this thing, and I don't understand it.
Do I want him to be our striker option for the next 2 or 3 years? No. Am I happy with him being part of the team? Yes. I would take one.
Better than anything you've got. That's what everyone's saying. He's better than anything you've got right now.
But he's not better than anything on the market. I'm trying to buy better. I'm not trying to replace what I have with similar level. I want to go up a level. I think that's very easy to understand.
I agree with this approach. This is the right way to approach a football club for Arsenal. But if Cisco's not available today, I think Ollie Watkins is there. If you aren't going to sign Osimhen or Gyökeres, that's just the logic.
Look, I think they should go all out and spend 100 million and buy what you need right now and stop pussyfooting around. You're not going to get a good deal for 60 million and buy 29-year-old players.
I genuinely think that Arsenal should go and trigger Victor Gyökeres release clause now.
Yesterday.
Yeah, like I believe that was should Arsenal do, but they're not doing it, and they're dwelling on. Well, should we sign John Duran? It's 80 million pounds. It's 84 million euros, if I'm not mistaken, guys, or 80. something like that, or 80 million pounds, something like that. I believe that they should just do that and stop. Because you know what the problem is? They're playing with the fans. Oh, well, Cisco, but he doesn't want to come. What about Duran? Can we test the waters for Duran? Can they sell? Well, what about the bids for Ollie Watkins?
We're trying to get what we need on a budget, and you don't get what you need on a budget. You kind of, you get something, but you don't spend enough money, and you don't get the quality you need necessarily. And I think we're going to do that kind of bullshit again.
Guys, can we listen to Luke, guys, and hit that like button? The like button is underneath your live chat. Hit that like button, people. Thank you, Luke, for supporting the channel. Craig is saying, I never agree with Martin, but he's spitting facts. Which Martin, Craig? I don't know. He's talking about, I'm sure.
It's about me.
He
Craig
never
agrees with me.
Craig never liked
agrees with
Arsenal.
me.
By the way, Craig thinks that Newcastle will finish second in the league, which is fine. Isak is a pipe dream, never happening. Let it go. I believe that Arsenal will have a chance of signing Isak if Newcastle don't make Champions League, by the way.
I think that's what you're clinging to, Martin. You've got this idea that it is Isak. I think you all think Isak's coming in the summer, don't you?
I don't. Look, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Because these clubs, they want to be respected, right? They're like, why don't you want my striker? And then, like, when you go for their striker, they're like, what are you doing going for my striker? How dare you? So I think it's ridiculous.
Do you know what it is with the? I understand a little bit. Listen, I get that, but the Isak thing is, you could have had him. You could have had Isak.
I can't change the past. We could have had Kudus. We could have had Messi. We could have had Ronaldo.
But then you want to go to Newcastle and try and get him out for the same price.
Oh, look, I'm not involved. I'm not taking responsibility.
It's not the fans' fault. It's the
it's not the fans' fault. It's your board. Your board are acting like absolute tin pots.
I can't disagree with that.
Liverpool's board are like, I don't know what's going on. It's like you're fighting out for the world's worst board between you and Liverpool.
You're asking us to spend 150 million on Isak to pay Newcastle top dollar for some talent that, again, is not guaranteed on the biggest stage. Like,
yeah. That's actually
these are the risks you're taking right now. You're spending huge money to bring in these talents that aren't necessarily going to back.
I agree with Martin here. I agree with Martin for one reason, by the way, because Isak at that time wasn't worth 150 million. Arsenal should go to Newcastle and just give them 150 million for someone.
No. Arsenal wouldn't pay 50-odd million or whatever it was at the time to get him out of Spain.
I don't know, but that is in hindsight now. That we can't do that, Martin. We can't do in hindsight thing. We can. Why didn't City buy Haaland when he was 20 million pounds? Why did they go?
No, we bought Haaland at 55. He's not worth that now, is it?
You literally paid agent fees and stuff. Like, just can we?
Oh, is that what we're doing on every fee then? So United broke every window.
You think when you bought Haaland, he was worth 55 million pounds?
Of course he wasn't. It was a release clause.
Exactly. Okay, so Arsenal don't have that option now for Isak.
But you do realise that release clause was open to the whole of football.
Oh, but he didn't because he wanted to join City. But he wanted to join City. Haaland was adamant that he wanted to go back to Manchester to join Manchester City. There's no competition. That nobody had any option to go and sign Haaland because there was only one club that he wanted, and that club wanted him. And so,
oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought we were a club with no history, no fans, etc. Carry on.
We're not doing that, bro.
You walked straight into that trap, though, didn't you?
Arsenal needs to be linked for 2 years to them buy. That is in the board. That is on the board. Anyway,
I just don't get why you haven't signed a striker. Like, I'm so confused. Like, why?
I can't believe 18 months later we're having the same debate. What are we doing?
Martin, spot on. Why haven't you signed a DM? I was like, okay.
Yeah, both of your clubs. Why hasn't City signed a DM?
In fairness, we have signed a DM. That is fact. Well, we signed Endo. He's a DM.
Yeah, but you don't play.
He's a DM.
And in fairness, we've got the Ballon d'Or winner, so it's a bit hard to get our back up. You've got no striker.
Like you didn't even sign a striker, like to at least say, okay, you know what, we've got a striker.
We've got Ballon d'Or DM sat in front of him. It's a bit hard.
Well, he's got to come back from a knee injury. I think you guys still need a DM at some point.
No, we do. No, we do.
Both of you, like
we will get a DM. As you've seen, City spending money. Our board don't move like yours.
Well, you guys did the same kind of thing we did in the summer, and that's how you ended up in this position. But we're handling the injury crisis slightly better than you guys are.
Yeah, because our board are not tight.
No, you were tight. You spent 25 million in the summer, like we did, basically, right?
But we could admit a mistake. Our mistake last 2 months.
Yeah.
I think your mistakes have lasted 5 years.
This is what happens when you support a normal club. You don't get to buy all the time and like.
Oh,
get all
no,
the things you need.
Not that freak of a club.
Not that.
Can we let's talk a little bit? Listen, this is astonishing. The Champions League. A lot of people are saying
Not interested in it. Good night.
what you're not gonna win tonight. You're gonna win.
Yeah, of course. I hate this new format.
What?
Because you're not top.
No, I hate it. No, that's
Because you're losing games.
Before you
He's
say
like,
this, I have video evidence.
Surprise. I'm doing so bad in this new format. I hate it.
No.
I hate it.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I didn't like it.
This new subject is so hard. I hate it.
Yeah, you guys have got to beat Bruce
City will
tonight, right?
win tonight. City will win tonight, and we'll go through. And we're in the playoffs, and we'll see who we get. But I didn't like the format when it first came out. That was a bit crap.
What don't you like about it?
Because you're playing anybody, and then you can't rectify any mistakes going down the line. So it's like City were playing Feyenoord, and Real Madrid were playing Liverpool. I know that Liverpool and the game can affect my outcome, and I can't do anything about that to rectify it anymore. Whereas in my group, you know who you had, you know what you had to do, you know what game affected what outcome, etc. I don't like the fact that we're all just in one league, and you're affecting each other's outcome. And sometimes you can do nothing about that.
But isn't that better than knowing what's going to happen? Like from a sporting standpoint, we want to be surprised. Before with the group stages, you could kind of tell who your opposition was going to be if you were first or second, and knew which one to be. Basically, depending on like in the last days, it was kind of set in stone. But now anything could happen. Like Real Madrid.
But this format, with all due respect to everyone, this format is unfair because you play different clubs. And it's not like organized as before. And I think the groups mostly were balanced other than one group or something. Now you have teams playing easier teams and they're all in the same league.
Are you kidding? Like Man City got some really easy draws sometimes. Like we've seen groups that were like a shambles. It was just one team.
Because you win your league. When you win.
But what I'm just disagreeing with Mo said that it was more fair before. I don't think you can say that.
It wasn't fair for small teams. It wasn't fair for the smaller team. Copenhagen would have Man City and some other hard team.
Yeah, but that's fair because Man City won the league in the toughest league in the world, for example, Juventus or Inter.
But then why would they? Okay, no, I get that. But then how is it fair for? That's like England always having to, like the Nations League. It's like England always having to play Andorra. It's like, why would Andorra be put in the same group with Manchester City? Because now you've basically said you have zero chance of ever getting through that competition because you're always going to be paired with.
And like, what is England now? It's the same. I'm talking about the big teams now. They have a team. How is a team that won the league have a tougher path than a team that didn't win the league?
Win your games.
No, but Liverpool played Real Madrid, Bayern Leverkusen, AC Milan. That's what the Champions League should be.
No, G, you need to be rewarded for winning your league, not be punished.
But you are rewarded. You got it through to the Champions League group stage.
Yeah, and you
got to face the tough teams.
No, I think you have to be rewarded. If you win your league, you have to be top
of your league, and you get the tough teams.
You get the tough teams. How is the Champions League? It's not making sense.
Mo, it's the Champions League. We shouldn't
forget.
Go on.
See, winning means I should get an easier draw because I'm rewarded for working harder than the rest and winning the league.
Okay, but you get an easier draw because you can't be drawn against anyone in your pot, which is pot 1. So you're guaranteed to have an easier draw than someone who's pot 4, who has 1, 2, and 3 to compete with, right?
It's random, though. It is random.
Your reward is you don't play the hardest teams at the start. It's the same deal. Like they put clubs like you can't get selected against the best Champions League teams, or you're going to get one.
You can,
right?
Because to be fair, we got run.
You get one. There's like 8 games now, but like you've got less.
Martin. I just have to say something. Liverpool had to play La Liga champions, and they had to play Bayer Leverkusen champions. We had to play Man City, the champions of England, right? Why do we have to play them? And it's now. Hold on. And now It is not home and away. It's a draw. I would
I
say
agree with the home and away.
I would say that Liverpool got an easier draw than Inter, because when the two teams that they played from part one, from the champions, Leverkusen, and they played at Anfield. I had to go away to Man City. I won my league. Liverpool didn't even win their league, and they had to play the other teams at home. So Liverpool got an easier, tough teams to play at home. So I was.
The bit I don't like.
Doesn't make
No,
sense.
but that's the bit I don't like. So, for example, you have the Inter Milan game, whatever. You play them at home and you get a dodgy ref decision, yeah, or whatever. You can rectify that. You can then go and do something about it at the away leg.
Yeah, like
this isn't knockout football. But this isn't knockout finished. But we all get 4 games home and we all get 4 games away anyway. So I don't get what the issue is.
Because in a league, you play everyone twice. You don't in this. It is random. Here you go. So people are going, yeah, you're going to get a tough draw. But Liverpool may get Real Madrid away. We may end up with Juventus at home, and that's our tough draw, and away we go. It's very different still.
But the Champions League's always been the luck of the draw. I will counter that. Like, the luck of the draw happens.
Yeah, yes. But in the beginning, anyway, let's move on from the draw. Okay. What are the chances of Man City winning tonight?
I don't know.
That's right. 100%.
How bad is it if Man City don't? Man City have to win, by the way, today. You can't draw. Man City don't win today. How bad of a failure is it?
We don't win today.
Huh?
If we don't win, we get knocked out. It's not good.
Yeah, I know. How bad it is if you don't win. How awful it is for the season. If out of 24 teams, guys, or 30, how you don't go through?
There's some City fans don't want to go through tonight.
What?
There's some City fans that I've spoke to all week don't want to go through because they believe if they can't win it, don't go through in it.
Why is that? You know what? No club think like this other than City that have a lot of money. So no club. Every club wants to go through so they can get money, but City don't care about the money that are around the 16 and they're about money. It's just a small dig, Martin, at you.
I know it is. I know it is.
It's a small dig.
I know it is.
Do you think, if you don't
you keep chatting, mate. You keep chatting. Because we'll come and take your Don in the summer as well.
My what?
We'll come and take your Donny in the summer as well. Ooh. You just keep that Nico Barella nice and warm. We'll be back in May to take him away. Don't you worry. Anyway, swiftly moving on.
If you pay the money, that's fine, bro. I don't.
Yeah, of course, because we've got all this money.
Money talks, bro. As long as you pay, money talks.
Mo,
and by the way,
isn't the reason why City went through bad form because they had to play Inter in the Champions League and they never recovered from that? Isn't that? Aren't you guys responsible for where Man City are now in the Champions League?
I don't think so. I think it's Pep Guardiola and the lack of good players that were, and Rodri. It's Rodri FC, basically.
Yeah, it's Rodri FC. Of course it is.
It's Rodri FC and the defenders and Kozanov and all these guys making mistakes. Why are you
Can
you calm down? Why are you Can you calm down? Can you calm down? See, now you're...
No, because listen, you want to poke the bear, the bear's going to come back.
No reason.
Okay, Mo.
It's not my fault your clubs have failed this year.
Mo, you need to be
thank you so much,
tonight,
Tony.
Right?
Thank you so much. All the support to Martin. Appreciate you, Tony.
One win in 16 or whatever it was, and we're like 4 points. We're in the top 4. Shame on the rest of you. Shame on the rest of you that our shittest period in 10 years, no one could capitalize.
Yeah, we overtook you in a crisis. I don't know how that happened. We've crisised our way all the way to second place. So everyone's surprised by the results. But Mo, I wanted to ask: Are you going to beat Monaco tonight? Are you excited about finishing as high as possible in the Champions League table?
I actually don't care as long as we finish in second place in the top 8. To be honest,
in the top 8, okay.
Because after the Liverpool draw, if they freaking go first, they can face Juventus, Barcelona. Juventus, Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid. Who gives a shit when you finish in the top 8 now? Because
no, but those teams are probably all going to win. Like, there's going to be some movement on the table, I think.
That's what Slot said. He said it doesn't matter where we finish now, so we can play any team. And
exactly, that's the whole point. And because City are doing bad, Juventus are doing bad, and Bayern are doing bad, it doesn't matter. It's just luck at this point. At the end, it's just luck. That's why I say Arsenal. Do you know the teams that Inter or Arsenal can face in the next round? You go and look at it. You have a clear path to the quarterfinal. By the way, Arsenal, if you finish third, at the current moment, Arsenal are in to face PSV, Club Brugge, Brest, or Borussia Dortmund in the round of 16. That's
Bring
it.
it on.
While Liverpool, who finished first, have Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Juventus, or Celtic.
Well, they should have tried to lose some games. It's up to them. First is not a good idea.
If Liverpool lose today, they can be,
game.
basically, if Liverpool lose today, they can be second, by the way.
Okay,
They
but
can
if
be
Man
second.
City win and get in, then there's like a grenade there for someone. That
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have to
waiting.
face.
But Man City are not strong anyway.
Well, they just bought like 4 or 5 players. We don't really know what they're going to be like now. And Oscar Bob's coming back.
Which player do you think is going to be effective then? Man City will get top 4, yes. But I
think
doubt
Oscar
that Man
Bob's
City.
probably their biggest signing if he comes back. from
Yeah,
injury.
he's
Hey,
a
we're not
I-
finished yet.
I doubt that Pep Guardiola, even if Man City. Okay, so let me ask the chat: yes or no? Anyone in the chat? If Man City go through tonight, do you think they can win the Champions League? Okay, let's imagine Man City.
No.
By the chat, let's rank the team. Imagine Man City goes through today. Can we rank the favorites in your opinion? I'm gonna start with G. 1, 2, 3 until 6 in the Champions League.
Liverpool,
1.
Real
Yes, okay.
Madrid,
Okay.
Barcelona.
All right.
Who else
Why
is
the
still there?
struggle? That's it.
I'm trying to think of all the clubs out there, but it's not. Oh,
Can I give
Arsenal,
you-
Arsenal,
Arsenal 4th for him.
and then
5th, I think.
2 more. So I'll give
Atletico
it
Madrid.
to- Atleti and Inter Milan.
Okay, so but in that order, in your opinion.
Inter before Atletico.
Okay.
But not
Martin,
before Arsenal.
what are you? What is your
What? You want my full top 5, 6? Or do you want,
6? We need 6 teams that you think. Imagine City go through. I need you 6 teams that you say favorites to win from 1 to 6.
What? So Real Madrid,
Liverpool.
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Okay, second Bayern Munich.
No. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern Munich.
Okay.
Barcelona, City. I think City for 6.
City 5th, and then who's
Yeah.
6? There's one left.
You,
You
Give
have
them a line.
Atletico.
I'll
Inter.
throw you over.
You're rolling out Arsenal. You're rolling out Arsenal.
No, he's
Martin.
throwing it into.
Okay, Martin.
Who I think is going to win it this
No.
particular year? Top 5 chances? Top 6?
Top 6, yes.
I think Real Madrid always have that factor, so probably 1, 2 for Liverpool, 3 for Bayern, 4 for Man City, 5 for Inter, and 6 for Arsenal, maybe. There's probably a club I forgot.
So mine.
Oh, I forgot Barcelona. Barcelona probably ahead of Arsenal.
Mine is Liverpool 1, right? Atletico Madrid 2nd. 3rd is Real Madrid, right? 4th is Inter. 5th is Barcelona. 6th is Arsenal.
So you guys don't think City have the capability of just standing up?
I don't think City will win the Champions League. Pep
To
Guardiola.
me, they're just waiting to just
Do you
revive.
need,
like the
does
zombies.
it matter what happens in January?
No, it changes. Okay. If City go and sign Douglas Luiz, for example, and you
And
get
Cambiaso.
Cambiaso, I think that can change the conversation for me. It can, yes.
What about Edison
happened.
and Cambiaso?
It changes the conversation, yes.
I still need to see your form though. It's whoever you sign is kind of
Why?
irrelevant for me. It's
Why?
because the reality is this: as much as I've seen them win games recently and they look like they're getting back to something, I've also watched them and thought, yeah, you've won a couple, and then you look shit the week after. So I need to see that they're getting back to that City that I know, which is. Yeah, they're not going to lose a game for about 3 months. So,
You're not
everyone
gonna
might as well
get that
forget
too
it.
much, yeah.
No, and that's why I feel you're not in a position ahead of all of these teams that we've just named.
But
I'm
you
like,
don't
they're
need
all
to,
stronger than City
It's
at the
knockout.
moment.
It's knockout. It's who's good on the
But
night.
if it's knockout, then really and truly anybody can win. This is
That's
why
the-
when everyone
this
laughed
is
about
what I'm saying,
Arsenal,
this
it's
is why I
like
don't
anyone
do
can win
this.
it.
Favourites, because once we're out of this league phase,
Yeah,
you're right back to where you was. You're into a 2-legged knockout situation.
true.
This is how Roberto Di Matteo won the damn thing. Chelsea were not the best team in Europe at the time. Borussia Dortmund in 97 with Paul Lambert were not the best team in Europe at the time. Porto were not on paper the best team everyone was saying. They did very, very well with what they had. They had great managers and great momentum at the time. That's what matters. And the reason I say this is because when City won the treble 18 months ago, we did not hit form until February. Not one person on this planet had us down as a treble in January or February of that year. We'd gone away to Forest, we drew one each, and we were on a landslide. And everyone thought we were a disaster.
So you think you're gonna win the Champions League, right?
No, I said we can.
Okay.
I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, I think that these knockout games from now on, I think you don't have to be consistently good. You guys just need to show up at the right time. And
it's a dodgy referee decision, an injury on the night. It's anything can literally kill you on a Champions League night.
Do you have any comment on Walker leaving your club? Like, I think he's already left, right?
I wish him all the best, City legend.
It's a pretty big moment for
City legend.
He's a bit of a City legend, right?
No, thank you for everything he's done. City legend for me. Yeah, he left at the right time. Dodgy 18 months. Don't care what he did off the field because I'm a football fan. I'm not his best mate. I'm not going out for dinner with him. Jesus Christ. You know, United have got a statue of George Best up outside Old Trafford. Should we take that down because of what he did off the field?
Well, judging by how quickly he drops his pants, I wouldn't want to go out with dinner with him either. You never know what's going to happen. But yeah,
why are you bothered? Why are you bothered about whether he drops his pants? That's what worries me.
Because
what are we talking about?
Man doing the helicopter.
What are we talking about?
So what? Have you never been a dick on a night out?
What are we talking about? What is going on?
Sorry, that's
no. It's 20. We're doing 2025 football fan that needs to know what every player does for breakfast, dinner, tea, when they go out with, who they're sleeping with, what their address is. Football fans need to give their head a wobble in 2025 and realize that you are not entitled.
Okay, so what's the official story for Walker leaving? Like, is he's just had a falling out with Pep, or he's like?
No, he just wasn't. He was out of form, and he needed to move on. Simple as.
Right, because
he's been the best right back in the Premier League.
He wants to leave, but he was captain a second ago, and he was like begging the fans for support. Like, it's crazy for him to just be like, you know.
And I've said the fans
Walker.
Can I do this super chats, guys, so we can move on with the conversation to Salah?
I'm not going to catch you out on this one, Martin.
Ya Allah. Did he get an extra transfer window because of the Club World Cup? Oh, is that true? It's in July.
Yes, or something like this. No, it opens earlier.
July.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, LB, for that. Mama and Spartacus saying, how can you have Barca and Madrid ranked in the same table while they don't play each other? This format is essentially unfair. I agree with you, my man. Top-notch comment.
That's why I hate it.
Because it agrees with me. Nafisa
saying, I feel like if your teams were doing well, I don't feel like everyone would be moaning the way
my team is doing well, and I just...
Yeah, to be fair, you're right. Your team is doing
I don't like it.
Does it annoy you that Arsenal are above you, Mo? In the table?
No, not at all. You think I care?
I think you care.
I'm not one of these people. No, I swear to God, no.
Whenever we bring up Inter, you get fully serious. You go from like host mode to like how dare you mode. You know, and you were big brothering.
What do you mean how dare you? But we and you are not on the same table at all.
Yeah.
Not. You know that, right? You know that for a fact, right?
We're above you on the table. I think that's
it's
okay.
What you're
trying to say, right?
Atalanta are ahead of Man City, which is fine. It's okay.
Everyone's ahead of Man City, man.
By the way, Atalanta are ahead of Real Madrid. Atalanta are ahead of Real Madrid. That doesn't mean they are better than this. Okay, it's fine. Hit the likes, everyone. Guys, listen to Nafisa and hit the like button. Let's get to 300 likes. You want to trigger me so bad, it's not working, bro.
No. Hey, look, the Champions League's going on right now. You've got to play Monaco. Like, this is your chance to get ahead of us. Maybe we'll drop points.
What do you mean ahead of you in what? I'm telling you,
Liverpool are top. In the Champions League table. Come on.
Liverpool are top. Liverpool are top of the Champions League, and Liverpool are fucking facing Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or Juventus. I don't want to be top of the table if that is the draw. That's what big boys do.
I agree with that.
The people that won the Champions League before know that Forget I want to face the tougher teams. I want the easiest draw possible to reach the final.
So you
But
weren't
of course,
listening to Hussam
Arsenal,
yesterday?
well, you want to face the big boys because that would be your wins if you don't win the Champions League. But we
That's what
beat this
Hussam said
team.
yesterday. He said he wants to face big teams. He wants to have a hard challenge. I was in shock. No one was calling him out on this because, like, normally you guys.
No. He's saying the history that they normally win it when they face the tough teams. When they get an easier draw, they don't win it.
So he's begging for tough teams. So, like, I don't know. What's the mentality that's right? Do you want to run from the hard challenge and try and get the easy team?
Habibi, it is not a hard challenge. I promise you. I want the easiest team in the Champions League until I reach the
so
final.
that's one mentality. The other mentality is give me the hardest team and like let me beat them, and then I'll be the favorites to win.
And then I get knocked out on the side, and then I cry and say the other team had an easier draw, and they win it.
That's why Liverpool have 6 Champions Leagues,
and then in a year or two, no one remembers the draw. They only remember who won it. That works.
Oh, have a look at that.
I'm just asking questions. I have no answer.
That's what's going on outside the stadium right now.
What is going on outside the stadium?
That's for the bus greeting. They're doing a bus greeting tonight.
Oh, all right, okay.
Because
you want to go through? Oh yeah, that's a lot of people
in the fire.
You know, I went the fire. What is this?
Look up the link I've just sent you.
I did. I'm watching a fire. What is this fire?
Yeah, that's outside the city. That's outside.
Why are they putting fire in something? What is this?
They're not. It started on fire by accident.
Oh, okay. So they're burning something. Are they upset with the owners or something? But they spend a lot of money though.
What?
Why is someone burning something ahead of the city stadium?
It's an accident that has happened. A fire has broke out outside the area.
Oh, okay.
No one's done it on purpose or for a ritual or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Not burning evidence in the 115 case.
It looks like it though. Accident.
Why would you bring that up if you weren't burning it for the case?
Accident. City are they're burning something. What accident it is? Anyway. At the end, you can have 8 teams that can get 8 wins. Yeah, that's actually that can happen. I don't think that can happen because everyone plays. At the end, you have to play one team. So I think they made sure that can't happen. Mina's saying Martins don't count us. Our D is scary. Vinny is a clown. The Martins don't count us. Oh yeah, people don't want to put Madrid. I don't know. Mina, I don't know what you mean.
I had Real Madrid #1 favorite.
No, he's Bayern Munich fan. He's not rated.
He
doesn't rate any company.
Oh, okay.
All right then.
I don't get it.
Diallo, please keep it. Please keep it halal, boys. Lol, they're just joking. We're old men joking. It's fine. The old men joking. The piece is saying, love Ollie. When asked about the offside goal against us, he said it was unfair for Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan, and Arsenal fans don't want him. Arsenal fans don't want him. Anyway,
how many strikers around the side trying to buy?
What?
They're trying to buy everyone.
Who? Arsenal?
No, Al Nassr. They've agreed a deal for John Duran. They've agreed a deal for Boniface.
They're going to choose one.
I think they're going to just choose one.
This is what they do. Didn't they do that with? Didn't someone do that with Ivan Tona and Osimhen? Didn't they choose between those two?
Might have been Osimhen, but yeah, look, it's a bit scary to see such young talent.
Emergency services there now.
I don't want to see the young talent going to Saudi League this early in their career.
I'm going to have to jump, lads, because I need to get down to the stadium, and it looks like it's going to be chaos.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you, Martin. I'm calling you in the description. Big up, Martin. We're not staying for long, though. We're not staying. Big up everybody that is here.
Unlike you, I go to games. Take care, everyone.
Habiba, I can't go to the game. I live in America and in Egypt, so I wish.
Listen, you pull the bear, you get bit.
All right. Cool.
Take care, mate.
See ya.
Big up.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the Liverpool thing and the Salah thing and him going to Saudi and all this talk about going to Saudi thing. He hasn't renewed until this moment. And there are rumors that the Saudis are adamant that he's going. What is going on?
Incompetence? I don't know. Honestly, we're 3 players, 29th of Jan. No, nothing's been agreed. I'll be honest. I actually just think that I think he wouldn't mind staying, but I also look at it like this. they're enjoying their football right now, all three of them, but Salah in particular. I feel like he's just enjoying his football. I honestly do not believe contracts are at the forefront of his thinking this season. I think he's just looking at it thinking, I'm just going to keep going game by game, doing what we're doing. We're top of the league. We're doing well in the Champions League. We could win some trophies. I feel like he's more focused on that right now. I think he's just trying to let the contracts play out however they do. But of course, his agent, Rami, he will tell you, like, if this doesn't meet what he wants, then he'll leave. And I honestly don't think Salah is that stressed about whether he stays or go. And for me, I'm like, that's fine. Just keep doing what you're doing now. I couldn't care less. Stay, go, renew, don't sign. Like, just to keep what you're doing now, because the reality is it's not hindering any of them. Usually with contracts, you think last 6 months, this guy is not really putting in the effort. We're starting to hear stories of this and that. These guys are performing at a high level and it doesn't seem to affect them. So I just think they're just all playing it out as it goes along. If they can agree, I think he'll be happy to sign. But if he feels that you're not going to match it, then it is what it is. And I'll be honest, just win the league. Like I said, I'm not actually that bothered about whether you stay or go. Just win the league, and then what will be, will be. I just want.
You believe you will survive without him then next season?
When you say survive, like where
trying to challenge for the league.
Yeah, because I don't think there's that many teams who are going to challenge anyway. Yeah, I think
I've heard a lot of
teams.
Liverpool fans talk on this Salah issue, and I think you're probably the best take out of all of them. I feel like you've almost just got to put the season in a bubble and care about what's in that bubble right now, because next season is next season, and maybe you're doing a full rebuild. Maybe Salah, you need the money for him. I don't know. Everything may change, but right now, just let them enjoy boiling if they're having a good time. But I think fundamentally you need to move on from some of these older players. Obviously, we're talking about me not signing a 29-year-old striker a second ago, but like a 34-year-old, 33-year-old, 35-year-old, you're rolling the dice there on like a season-ending sort of situation. So I think getting too attached to Salah is dangerous, but like obviously he's the kind of player that you'd keep in a heartbeat. I heard he was getting some ridiculous goal bonus or something, and they weren't giving that to him in his new contract, but.
The thing is, like, I don't want people to think, look, Salah's my favorite player. I don't want people to think that I want him to go. No, I would want him to stay. I'm just not going to be crying about it if he goes. I'm just like, if Liverpool can't move on without Salah, when I say move on, as Mo says, just about the challenging, like, then that's just more on Liverpool than it is on Salah. Like, as great as I think Salah is, and I think he's an absolutely amazing player, I still think you should be able to kind of move on without him at some given point. The guy's, getting a bit.
Not when City signed all of these people. That's the problem.
But then that's where you have to then come in and then say, okay, we're gonna sign some of these new people. Whoever, I don't know who, because Liverpool are weird with their signings as it is. Whoever it is we're trying to sign, then that's what we got to do. Like, I just think football moves so quickly for you to like be so bogged down with this. Like this one player, we're not talking about a guy who's 25, 26, who you're like, we're resting we're talking about a guy who's pushing, past the 30s now, where I'm even slowly, even though he scored a lot of goals this season, I've said, yeah, but you can see in his game is still a bit, it's starting to wane a little bit in terms of, what
his game starting to end. Salah is getting better.
I don't think he's getting better. I think he's the exact same as he's been for the last couple of seasons. I don't think he's gotten better.
I genuinely think that he's better this season.
I don't think he's gotten better. I think he's doing the same things he was doing last season, which is score goals, get me assists. He hasn't changed. He really has not changed. He's the same guy. He's doing the same things. I just think what you're noticing more now is that the game that Liverpool are playing is so geared, and he's become this like everything has to go through me type of player. We had a stat at the beginning of earlier on in the season. He was contributing to like 70% of our goals and assists. That's ridiculous. Like that's not good. That's a bad thing, because if he gets injured, then we're flipping pissed. Do you know what I mean? So things like that, I just think his importance to the team, maybe it's gone up. Maybe some of the senior players look at him, fair enough, but he's doing the same things. If you watch Salah, and I've watched him obviously for the last 8 years, if you watch Salah, his time has been like up and then just stayed at like a level. Then it kind of dropped a little bit, but his drop is still world class. But he's now just maintaining a level. Last season, he was doing the same things he's been doing this season. You're just seeing it. I guess the team players are scoring more. Do you know what I mean? Diaz is getting more goals. Gakpo's getting more goals. You know what I mean? These players weren't scoring like they were scoring last season, so his assist numbers probably didn't look like this, and the chances that he was getting, etc. So,
how many seasons has he
Salah
had at Liverpool now? Is it like 9 seasons or something?
7. This is the 8th.
Yeah, this is the 8th.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. I'd say he's got about a decade.
Yeah. He's like I said, Salah is Salah. Like, I'm not trying to take away. Like, I really, really rate Salah, but I'm also like, man, you know what? If we keep relying, and I think it's more because I don't rate the rest of the attack, because I don't really rate them. I'm like, man, it's only Salah. So when it's only Salah, I'm just more worried that if he can't play, then what do you do? Like, I need other players who can really step up to the mantle. You know, who can help Salah out. Any time. But I don't feel like we have that.
I remember when we were re-signing Aubameyang, I was like, this is the no-brainer, best move ever. This is going to be great. You can't let him go. He scores too many goals. We can't live without him. And then when he fell off, we couldn't live without him. It was true, but like we were on the hook then for like a large amount for 3 years. I think you guys unfortunately have to do a rebuild, but we don't need to dig too deep into it.
Guys, can we get to 300 likes, guys? See, irrelevant Brett Yates will be a member. You guys hit that like, but we're only 50 likes away. I'm sure there is about 300 people that haven't liked the video, actually. We still have over 500 people here. And I'm sure there's a lot of you that haven't liked the video. So hit that like button. I bet we swapped Duran for Felix, but it doesn't look like it. The value is different. If Duran goes to Chelsea, he will be amazing for Chelsea and for some reason. But also, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think that Villa will sell to Chelsea. Direct competitor to get top 4 then. So that is what I think. Villa will not sell to Chelsea. Unless it is like a PSR deal or something. I don't think this will happen, to be honest with you.
Well, if you had a choice, to keep, if you was
Aston Villa, ask me a question.
If you were the Aston Villa, right, and the option is you can only keep one of them, Duran or Watkins. You have to sell one of them. Who are you selling?
Good question.
And just to make it easier for you, just to make it easier, they're both the exact same price. So the price doesn't even. So let's just say Watkins, 70 million for both of them.
Watkins, not even a. I don't think it's even a. There is a resale value for Duran later, and Duran, Watkins has hit his ceiling in terms of like the maturity and all the stuff.
Yeah. So you would sell Watkins or keep Watkins?
I would sell Watkins. I think so.
So you wouldn't sign.
Because he said it's the same money though, so there's no difference in money. I would definitely keep Watkins I would definitely keep Duran because he has a higher resale value, because in 2-3 years I can sell him for more.
So if you're signing either of them for Inter, which one are you taking then? It's Duran, right?
Based on our current squad.
No, just
I would sign John Duran. If I'm on Arsenal, I'll still sign Duran, to be honest. If it's the same money, I'll sign Duran. Yes. But that's the thing. I feel that Duran, every time I'm watching the guy, I believe he can be the striker that Arsenal wants. So as Ollie Watkins.
I'm watching quiet about Duran, but
I've watched Cisco, Martin, and I don't think that Cisco elevates Arsenal that much for some whatever reason. I believe that Watkins maybe elevates Arsenal. I believe if you're going to go back to Arsenal, I believe that Watkins and Duran are more suited to Arsenal than Cisco today. However, I see the potential that you're talking. Let me add the caveat. I believe that Cisco has the ability and has the potential to do what you guys talk about in 2-3 years. Yes, I believe so. But I believe that both of them
the aerial ability to complement our like set pieces, and there's like fundamental basics to how we attack. We do a lot of crossing to no one. If he can get the ball better than these guys, then he's got high potential for me. I think Watkins is great at getting the ball, but he's still quite short. He's not like a very physically dominating striker. And Duran, to me, seems like people are rating him more for his finishing outside the box and that kind of stuff than actually like, the argy-bargy part of being a striker or the link-up player being a striker. So there's other things to consider, and I think Watkins is a very good all-rounder, so he ticks a lot of boxes. But I think Sesko has the ability potentially to be more of like a big moment hammer kind of goal.
Why there's breaking news every second now? What is going on?
We're coming up to the last few days, isn't it, of the
Arsenal, Aston Villa are furious with Arsenal after the 60 million offer for Ollie Watkins. Arsenal are expected to make an improved offer for Ollie Watkins after the initial 60 million bid down. Al Nassr are close to reaching a verbal agreement with Aston Villa for John Duran. But, and hear me out, people, the Saudi club already agreed to do the Boniface deal.
Already agreed.
They're only signing what? Already agreed that. Actually, it was reported that they would sign. If they sign Boniface, if Al Nassr decide that, Duran is off the table. They won't sign both. They said that. It's only one of them. So that means, I don't know
Maybe
who to
they
believe.
will want to sell, but
okay. Would you guys get in as well, Arsenal, right? Would you guys look at, let's say, it's not a striker, but would you look at getting like Matisse Tel from Bayern Munich?
I've been trying today work out what he's actually really good at. I think maybe he's good for adding to our attack in general, but he's not the goal getter that everyone wants right now. He seems like an unfinished product to me.
No, he is. I was just wondering, like, would you?
I think we're still into him. I think we may get some kind of weird attacking position sorted, but I don't know what it is. But someone needs to be able to play right wing if they're coming in to help replace Saka. So if you can do that, great.
You're going to get him for a right wing, which is fine.
I don't know. We'll see. But
I watch the guy every time I watch the Bundesliga game that he played last season or the Champions League games, and I watched him. Looks like decent. To be honest, looks like a very good potential player, right? Like I like it, right? I like him. Do Arsenal need another guy like this at 19 years old as a backup for Saka? Yes, that'll be amazing. Actually, Matthias Tel, if Saka's fit and this guy's gonna come in to play second fiddle to Saka, absolutely. But he's basically leaving Bayern Munich because he doesn't have a clear path.
Yeah.
If you're bringing him to tell him you're going to be the backup for Bukayo Saka, he's like, okay, then I replace a team that is definitely winning the league to a team that is might not win the league, and I'll be second fiddle. No, thank you. I'll stay at Bayern Munich. At least I'll get. But because if you're second fiddle at Arsenal, you might not get the French call, right? For the World Cup for 2026. But if you stay at Bayern Munich and you're second fiddle, you still can get the call to the French national team. That's how he's going to think about it. Why are you laughing again? Wallahi, I say what I feel.
It's not a subtle dig to my football club there for no reason.
I didn't mean a dig. Again, it's reality, and you know what I'm talking about. It is reality.
I don't know whether that applies so much anymore because the Premier League is so much bigger product than the Bundesliga that Arsenal and Bayern are on arguably the same levels. If you're on the bench at Arsenal, you'll probably get selected for your national team if you play a couple of games. I think that was an unfair deal.
Do you think if you are bench at Arsenal, you get called to the big nations, the Brazil, the France?
Like there's no bigger spotlight than being on at Arsenal because either everyone's waiting for you to fail or they want to see you like do something great. And yeah, look, they tried to keep Gabriel out of the Brazil team. They thought he was a joke, but then everyone realized, hey, actually, he's probably one of the best center backs in the game. And, you know, now he's doing stuff for Brazil. So it just happens. Like Arsenal players tend to play for their national teams quite a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. Guys, less than 25 likes. Diallo saying, Mo Duran improving. You are projecting too much. But Duran is more proven in the Premier League than... I don't know. I feel like Duran is more ready than Cisco. It's just a feeling, maybe.
Yeah.
Because maybe he's right. Maybe Diallo's right. Maybe because we watch more Premier League than Bundesliga, so that's how we feel. If people watch more than Bundesliga, they'll tell you, why would you sign a backup striker from Aston Villa when you can sign one of the starting striker for RB Leipzig? You know, like it's just biased because we watch the Premier League and I watch. So I have to admit that maybe it is that I watch more of Duran than I watch from Cisco. To be honest. Maybe you're right, man. The club knows better than me, Diallo. Maybe that.
It's a very rare profile, that Sesko, a very tall striker that's able to finish quite well with both feet, and he's very fast. And the stats, like he's physically a specimen.
What's his goal record this season? Let me check him out.
I'm not sure. Look, people think I'm the biggest Sesko fan.
He started the season shit, and then the season went to be amazing.
He's got 14 goals this season.
But he started very slow, and then he started scoring left and right.
But he's not
lately,
first choice, is he? Isn't he behind a Pendo?
Now he is first choice. Now he is.
Yeah, but like
He's scoring. He's practically scoring this. I looked at his stats. He's scoring every game, if I'm not mistaken.
he did that last season as well. Like I think he went on a crazy run of like 20 games in a row or something.
Yeah, 8 league goals, LFC and yeah. I don't know, but I'm just looking at all comps, like just seeing.
So yeah, he scored like lately. He scored in like every game or something like this. Anyway,
listen, I like Sesko, and you're right, Martin. He has got I guess a similar profile to maybe like a Haaland in terms of the way that they are.
I think like Osimhen maybe more similar, but yeah.
Oh, even Osimhen as well. I like Osimhen. I think Osimhen's actually a top striker. I think someone should try and sign him. But it's tricky, man.
One of those weird deals. Like, how did they end up at Galatasaray for?
Yeah. He's a bit of
Chelsea were playing silly buggers there, and I think they're going to do it again. I
just think he needs to come to like a.
That's it, Nafisa. That's it. Tell Martin, please. Ollie and tell Arsenal are cooking.
Ollie and tell.
Ollie and tell Arsenal are cooking. Right?
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go.
I'm on for the ride, so just sign
Let's
someone.
go. Yeah, Nafisa, tell him. Let's go. Push
So
Liverpool
Villa are
to
mad
the
at us, so
title
what's
race.
the chance?
Give the Liverpool and the title. Give Liverpool a title. Jay, would you give them a chance if they sign both players, Ollie and Till?
Yeah. I think signing Ollie would be the one I look at and think kind of don't need them to sign someone like that because they create chances. Martin's right. They put the ball in the box quite a lot, and he's a striker. He knows movement is brilliant, knows where to be, can finish, both feet, head. I think he's a good striker. And for a team like Arsenal who create chances for their attackers, when it's Havertz on the end of it, or it's Trossard sometimes, or I'm seeing Declan Rice get into certain, I'm like, no, just you need a guy who knows where the back of the net is. He does that. I think, it would definitely go a long way. And it would improve their team as well. And Liverpool haven't improved their team. So I can only say it would only, help.
100%. I agree with you. But guys, listen. I think we're just going to end it here, take an hour and a half rest before the 18 games that are played at the same time, or whatever number of games we're going to just watch.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun.
Which games are you watching?
I have no idea. Probably PSG. All of them. I was just
what are you watching, G?
Stuttgart versus PSG. That's going to be a very good one because obviously if Man City win, if Man City win, Stuttgart are one place above them. Stuttgart will drop out. If Stuttgart win, PSG could potentially drop down. If Man City win, they get it's all. If you look at the table, it's like they're all relatively close in points. So I said, Stuttgart need to win this game. They can't draw, they can't rest on Man City kind of thing. So Stuttgart.
Today I'm choosing to only watch Inter. I normally watch the rest of the games. I'm only watching Inter today. To be honest with you. The only thing that I'm gonna watch is I'm not watching Arsenal. I'm not watching anybody else. I might watch a little bit of Man City, but I can't be bothered. Diallo,
it's a good result.
Yeah, something because if City are behind, you know what I mean? If City are 1-0 down, I'm just gonna turn on my laptop and just start watching. Otherwise, the screen, the TV will have Inter to win. Duran at Villa, 78 total matches, 7 starts, 509 career league touches. Wow. 4.5 times the career XAG in the league. He has completed 3 total passes into the penalty.
Hold on. He's only started 7 matches in 78.
Wow.
Hold on, it's impossible. That is impossible, Diallo. That is impossible in his Premier League career or career league.
Come off the bench.
I feel like Duran. You know what though? But I don't watch him start a lot of games. To be fair. I don't know.
Hold on, I'm doing the stats thing.
Yeah.
He played. Okay, for Aston Villa, he played 29 games. He scored 12 goals. So he has 0 assists. But he scored 12 goals in 1,000 minutes. So basically, it's a goal every 90 minutes, Diallo. Okay, have that then. Does that make sense? So basically, a guy in the Premier League, he has a goal every 90 minutes. That is a very good ratio, though.
Yeah,
Fantastic ratio.
He's got 3 goals in the Champions League, goal every 79 minutes. It's not bad when he comes on, right? Like he's doing
Exactly.
Scores goals, man. He scored.
It scores goals. So the fact are,
Yeah.
and you want to, Diallo, you want to be right about Cisco. You included Envigado, Chicago Fire career. And I'm like, bro, no, we're not doing that. Under 20.
It's still some crazy
Absolutely.
stats there, though. If that's true, like 509 touches, like that's not a lot.
But
That's
the thing is,
not-
though, like even like, when I think about for Arsenal, and obviously mine, you'd have to tell me, right? When I watch Arsenal and I think about them, either let's just go by this for 509 career league touches, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like Arsenal need a striker who's going to be so involved. Like that's not the point. Then there's no point in you signing a new striker. You might as well just keep getting the Havertz profile because you already have players who get involved, drop deep. Havertz drops deep. Sometimes he'll be out wide. Jesus out wide. You don't need that's pointless. Like we want a striker.
Actually, we're wrong. We're completely wrong. He played 78 matches for Villa. He scored 20 goals and has 0 assists. He played 55 games in the Premier League and he has 12 goals only. So Diallo's right. Yes, Diallo. Yeah. The data is so strange actually about him now.
Yeah.
And the reality is he actually didn't start a lot of games.
That's what I'm saying. Most of these sound like sub appearances anyway.
Yeah, you're right, Diallo. The data is so strange about him that it's skewed. Because he's like 78 games, but he didn't play a lot of minutes. Like he played 20 games this season and he only has 600 minutes, which equates to like 7 games.
Exactly. So
he was worth
by the way,
8 million euros 2 years ago. He bought from Chicago Fire.
By the way, he really in the Premier League, he averages a goal per 90 minutes. Actually, that's actually true.
See? I told you, man, he's a good striker. Just put the ball back in the net. Great. I don't need you bloody dropping deep and linking up with
I agree with you.
and
We've had an Ollie Watkins sized hole in us for several years now. We just haven't filled it. We do everything else really well. We defend well. We out of possession, we're good. You know, we're good with all of the details, except for like throws. We've always been crap at throws for some reason. But
we'll see how it goes. But
other than that, we just need an attacker that's going to be the spear.
Just to be honest with you guys and everyone in the chat, I can't wait for the transfer window to shut down so we start talking about fucking rumors and this guy's linked. This guy is liked by this club. This club is I don't like that.
Are you guys signing anyone?
I don't think so. We were gonna sell one and sign one. I don't think so. We're a complete squad.
Liverpool, are you guys getting anyone?
Liverpool down to January.
What are we doing here? Huge clubs not signing a single player.
I don't think Liverpool needs.
By the way,
really
Liverpool have done a lot.
now.
By the way, Liverpool have done a lot of January. By the way, Diaz, Gakpo.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Van Dijk.
We've
done tons of January transfers. By the way,
but when yes, in recent times, but the reality is, I don't really feel like we're a club who are gonna really dip into the market unless, as the buzzword is opportunistic signing.
But have you noticed that all the signings that Liverpool did in January are all marquees? Gakpo was one of the best players in the Eredivisie. Diaz was one of the best players in the Portuguese league. Van Dijk was like the one that everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Was it Mane a January signing, if I'm not mistaken?
No, we signed him at the beginning of the summer. We signed him in the summer.
Oh, right.
BBD was a January signing, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. He was.
Yeah, Liverpool.
That's why I think we're not going to sign anybody.
But you don't need to change the game, but you need to maybe solidify the game. Like if you don't sign anyone and don't win the league, for example, it'll be seen as a bit of
it'll be a clusterfuck. I'll tell you that much. It definitely will be. But I think at this moment in time, I don't think Liverpool can really sign anybody because the reality is the type of player that I think we should sign, he's going to want to start now. And I don't think Slot wants to sign any players that's going to upset the apple cart at the moment, which is, let's say it's a left back, for example. He's already got 2 left backs here. Why would you sign a third and just, you just got 3 left backs just trying to fight for one position? Like, I just don't think it makes sense.
Anyway, guys, we'll see how it goes, guys. Liverpool aren't in the market for anyone. Thank you so much for Martin G. Appreciate you so much, G, for coming. Anything coming on your channel soon?
No. I just had the preview for the game put up. That's
All right, then.
earlier
The
on.
go, guys, and check G's channel. Mancunian way as well. Big up, Martin. Appreciate you so much. Guys, I'm done for tonight. Other than Al Ahwa later, it's going to be a mess. If City go out, it will be fun. That would be amazing.
I'll be
So
locked
did they
in
do
if
the
City go.
draw? If City go out,
Yeah,
oh
it was
my
fun.
God.
But
You can-
are they
you
going
can
to do a
just-
draw right after the last game? Like, do we?
I don't know.
when do we
No,
find
they
out?
do the draw normally together.
Okay.
Like
with the
Europa League, they're gonna wait
yeah.
Europa League and then they do it together in the same days.
Okay.
They won't gather all the representatives of the club and then by the way, let's book the venue again.
So the top 8 teams are going to just get like a free ride, right? We
We're
don't
just gonna
get-
hang out. We're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna
So we
hang
just
out.
get to enjoy the draw and see who we will be playing against.
You know what? We're not even guaranteed top 8 at the current moment.
No, it's not. Well, I think we are, but you might not be.
I don't think you are as well.
I think
I know that
Ollie
we are.
said there was like
That
100%
helps. I know
chance.
that we are.
that we were
Actually,
gonna-
I think we are. There's so many teams that play each other. I think we'll see how it goes, to be honest.
Mhm.
So Monaco basically have to win with 2+ goal margins in the San Siro to jump a bit ahead of us. That is tough.
Oh, okay. I don't see
So
that
even
happening,
if-
but yeah.
Exactly. It has to have a collapse. You get my
Yeah.
point. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you
Good
guys
luck.
later. Thank you guys for watching.
See you
We're
later.
out of here, people.